I delayed the drop off. So now he's out of pocket 45. Like, if you mess over me with $1, okay, cool. But
we know.
hey,
Yeah.
mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all welcome, man. We just live. We having a good time. We was conversating back there. Y'all forgive us, but hey, y'all know, man. Y'all know. Welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 over there on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, and share. Mancast is one word. The Elite Mancast, because they have a man cast over there, but we don't want y'all to get confused with the two. And it's an orange T in ours with ours. But yeah, man. So this week, man, we want to talk about this health and wellness, man. We staying on healthy, even though it's supposed to be Black History Month, we don't even get off into it like that. Next week, we're gonna talk about some real good understanding of Black history. So y'all tune in next week. I'm gonna get the guys back on so we can have that conversation about what Lewis was telling us about. But yes, sir. But this week we're talking about acidic foods and alkaline foods, some foods that's gonna help you guys in the long run, that's gonna make your health a little bit better, gonna give you more energy. Like I was explaining to y'all earlier there on the live, that your food should not have you with the itis. You should not be tired after you eat. You should have energy after you eat because your food should give you that. And you should always remind yourself of, wait a minute, before I put this in my mouth, what is it going to do for me? It's like conversations. If you're having a bad conversation, if you're having a gossip conversation, if you're having somebody complaining to you about their issue, you're going to be drained. You're going to be tired. You're going to feel exhausted. So it's the same thing with food. You have to stay away from those toxic foods, man, because we want y'all to live a long, prosperous life and not be sitting around here debating on should y'all do something or what should y'all do this week. So tonight we're talking about alkaline versus acidic foods, and hopefully this information will touch somebody in the right way. Y'all know, hey man, we got Mustard on the beat. Oh,
You know what it is.
it's the Mustard. What's happening? And we got Mr. Michael.
Hey.
Sir.
Michael, what you got for this topic tonight, brother?
Hey, well, this is like it's just like back in December when we were talking about Kwanzaa. You know how everybody knows about Kwanzaa, and then you find out that nobody knows about Kwanzaa, like me. Well,
Yeah.
I've been hearing about acidic, alkaline, pH levels. I've been hearing about this stuff for years, and I thought I knew something about it until I actually started doing the research and found out I ain't know nothing about that either until now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we can start out with we'll talk about it. You have alkaline and acidic foods, and they're characterized based on the effects that they have on the body. And
Yeah.
I know what I get the idea that when they say a food is acidic, then it's acidic going into the body.
Mm-hmm.
But in all actuality, it's the way the food reacts with the body. That's
Yeah.
what counts. Because you have
Yeah.
foods that are acidic, they have an acidic number. For example, there's a pH levels between 0 and 14. Now, 7 is neutral. The only thing that's at a 7 is pure water. So
Yeah.
anything from 0 to 6.9 is acidic, and the way that it works on the body has a negative effect on the body. Anything from 7.1 to 14 is alkaline, and
Okay.
it's been determined that being in the alkaline state is healthier than being in an acidic state because we have stuff like I have arthritis. Acidic foods are things that bring out the acids in the body. There's a negative effect on the joints, so I feel it.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
never knew. I didn't even know that the foods that I was eating were contributing to the pain that I'm feeling that was caused by something completely different.
Yeah.
But that's how these foods work on the body.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. And I'm
Mm.
glad you said that because it works differently on men and women. With a man,
Okay.
Hmm.
if your pH balance is off, you know, your skin flaky, you look dry, you look like Mike. But no, it's like when it's off, it messes with your skin. It messes with your like your sleep. You
Thank you
get
for
tired
that.
easily. I mean, you can tell like even when you belch, like when people that eat bacon, like eat bacon in
Right.
in a place or whatever, go out like into the air, and then you burp. Like, that's me. Like, yeah. And with women,
I brush my teeth.
Wow.
oh, right. And it's like with women, I mean, you can tell when their pH balance is off because mustard. I'm gonna say that. It's a look.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but you feel me? But yeah, you with women it acts totally different. So with the whole alkaline versus acidic, I mean, alkaline foods like fruit, non-starchy vegetables, nuts, lemues, alfalfa, beets, all those things can like help you. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you active and you ever have somebody say, oh, you taste good, like I mean, we're all grown here, and it's like, well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I do me, I eat my fruit. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, eat
women,
some fruit.
Yeah, the
yeah,
strawberries or the pineapples, huh? You gotta
yeah,
eat pineapples.
pineapple juice,
Yeah,
yeah.
pineapples. Come on now.
Sponsored to you by aloe vera water. Let's get it.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
man.
Just to
I
let you
missed these
know,
last couple of weeks, huh?
It's
It's
pineapple.
back in full effect.
huh?
Oh yes, sir.
Loving it. I'm loving it. But yeah, bro, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing to even know what to do or what foods to eat. And then when I was doing my health and life coaching, we was teaching clients to have a EBT, that's an emotional brain training before you even have your food. It's just like praying before your food, but you get into a state of calmness. You get into a consistently, what does it say? It is a way to relieve, be reliably and consistently digest your emotions so you can get into the relaxed state before you eat. So if you're in a rush state, you're not gonna digest your food well. You know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
always have to realize that once you get into a relaxed state, that's why mom always say, y'all go in there and watch TV, or y'all go in there and sit down and do some reading before you come to the table. I don't know about everybody's mama, but that's the way my mama taught us. We had to go relax before we ate our food. So we always know that even though if it's acidic, our body's in a calm state to digest the food. You know what I'm saying? So if you already hyper, if you always into a frantic, you always on the go, you're not gonna digest that food properly. You always, like mama always say, 2 hours before, don't go to sleep or don't lay down because that food will come back up. You know what I'm saying? Don't lay down 2 hours after you eat. So if you
Right.
eat dinner at 8, don't go to bed till 10.
Yeah.
You know, and I always try to explain to people you should really eat no later than 7. You know, if you eating after 7, let it be some fruit, and that way you won't have those acid reflexes. But
Right.
yeah, those are definitely some things that may help somebody. Hopefully anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Now, I found myself, especially as of recently, because I love to eat snacks, but you know, being as busy as I am, the other day I was on my way to New Orleans, to the Super Bowl event. I mean, instead of like eating at Snickers or Twix or whatever, I had some grapes, some candied grapes, like them big ass red grapes. Man,
Yeah.
the container was like this big. I ate the whole thing, bro. But I felt good, like because
But
versus
you
like
know,
the whole plate of food, and then it's like you get into that state of mind where it's like, man, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing nothing.
right?
But
Yep.
yeah,
You know them grapes is good for your nervous system, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and they help with breast cancer and to men and women. It would not prevent, but it try to seduction. I mean, subduing the risk of cancer in your breast when you eat. The more grapes you eat,
Oh yeah,
you know. So that's something we can. And then too, another thing, if you eat a lot of berry, do a lot of juicing with berries, that
Hmm.
will, help your nervous system as well. So with, like all acidic foods are not bad. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying that, but everything should be done in moderation. So if you having that
Right.
urge to want some sugar, you want sugar and stuff like that, I started eating these right here. These are the best in the world. Healthy oatmeal bites. They're vegan. They sell them in Publix. But man, when I tell you these things here are good, they're oatmeal cookies, but they're vegan, no sugar. So
Mm.
it's healthy oatmeal bites, gourmet oatmeal bites with dried fruits, gluten free, non GO, high in fiber, no sugar added. But I love them. They taste delicious, So we have to really just start taking our time and getting those healthy choices in once we want to start doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of what the regimen I'm on. I didn't eat meat none this week, y'all. So
Right.
keep your fingers crossed. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
I hear you.
I'm like R. Kelly. My mind's telling me no, but my body,
My
body's
Yep.
telling me to
body.
eat that brisket.
I hear you.
And the fact that I use fruit. I mean, I use nuts. I use what is it? Pecan wood. When
Oh
I
yeah,
man, I'm like
that's
shit.
the best wood to cook with.
Yeah, that's why I can't tell it no.
mm. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man,
brother,
that's the
it's
thing.
always. Go ahead, Mike.
I would say that's the thing with the acidic foods. Acidic foods, they lower the pH level. So, like I said, between
Mm.
0 and 6.9. And so these are some of the foods that produce acid in the body. And we start out with the meats: beef, pork, chicken, turkey. And I always thought chicken and turkey was supposed to be better for you than any of the others. But they all
Mm.
doing the same thing to the body.
Yeah,
Then you
Yeah.
got the dairy, your milk, cheese, and yogurt, grains like wheat, rice, oats, and corn, and
Hmm.
all processed food, fast food, soda, refined
Oh
sugar,
yeah. No
alcohol, and
good.
coffee. All these cause the they elevate the acidity. Damn, I can't even talk. They
Right.
elevate the acidity in the body, so they're
Yeah.
lowering the pH level, causing
Mhm.
acid reflux. And if you have like there are people that have chronic acid reflux, this stuff
Yeah.
causes cancer because the acid, like you got stomach acid. This stomach acid is like that's like 1 point. Wait a minute, I got it written down here. The levels of acid in the body,
Mm.
and it says like from 0 to 6.9 is acidic,
Yeah.
and that's on the level of the stomach acid, lemon juice, and vinegar.
yeah,
So that stuff will just basically eat right through you.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Like I said, number 7 is neutral. That's pure water. And then you have the alkaline, which is also known as basic, from 7.1 to 14. And that's stuff like baking soda, seawater, and some vegetables. So it says the pH in the human body. The pH is normally 7.35 to 7.45, which is slightly
Mm.
alkaline. And the body
Mm.
tightly regulates the blood. So the body is basically regulating itself. But the more of these acidic foods that you eat, the more it
It's slow.
damages
Yeah.
your body.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So you got
But
the
see, that's
stomach
just like.
pH. Hmm.
But that's just like when you eating all this food. Like I tell people all the time, like Nuri Muhammad, I got it from Nuri Muhammad. He was more or less like, we have to realize that it takes 24 hours to digest one meal. And if you got
Hmm.
all this stomach acid going on, that's going to really slow the process down. So if you're trying to put
Right.
3 meals on top of that, that's, 2 of the meals may be acidic and then you have one alkaline. Now you're really making your body do more work than it should. So you're really tired thinking you're tired from doing the
Right.
day-to-day task, and you're really tired from the food that you didn't eat.
Yeah.
Right. It's your
You know,
body trying to digest it. Yep.
Yeah, but it's
trying its
overworked.
best.
It's like me trying to fry 40 pounds of wings in one fryer. Like the fryer could be set at 375. But it's
Yeah,
like if I put 2 baskets full of wings in that bitch, oh, it's gonna shock
right.
it. It's gonna slow it all down. It's gonna take forever for it to cook. Your body
Wow,
gotta, and I mean,
I didn't
especially
know that.
because you go to the bathroom, not saying that your urine needs to be like crystal clear, but
Right.
if it's
It
that
shouldn't
dingy
be dark
yellow,
brown.
it smells like ammonia, you need to go
Yeah.
get a shower.
Yep. Yep.
Man, I'm telling you. And then we had another thing we was teaching in our class. It's called emotional house cleaning. So we use emotional house cleaning to clear away the the negative feelings, and then become aware of the position of the positive feelings that are underneath the negative feelings. So that it's like when you kill a cow, it's in a nervous state. So now that blood is in a nervous state, or a frightening state, or that, it's like if you kill whatever animal you're killing, that's what's in that blood.
Yeah,
So you cooking the blood, now you eating that blood, now you taking on those emotions of that animal. So you have to realize that whatever you trying to figure out why you mad all the time, or you in an anger state, or you in a frightful state, it's because of the foods that you put into your body. Because everything is transferred. Energy is never destroyed, it's always transferred. Even
absolutely.
though you might say, oh, that animal was dead. It's been in the freezer, it's been in the grow. Yeah. But once you put that heat to it, now it's like blood. You can
Yeah,
put blood into a plastic bag, freeze it, seal it up. It can be dead. But once you open that bag back up and let that blood thaw out, now you got that HIV blood is back active again. So we
yeah,
have to realize how we're doing what we're doing, why we're doing what we're doing. Start stopping those negative thoughts of negative foods before you get to it. You know what I'm saying? That way you can be like, oh, no, I ain't finna eat that. I
yeah.
remember how I did the last time. Yeah.
Such things like mad cow disease. I'm,
Yeah.
and I
Mm-hmm.
said that it's to the point where they have these rights for animals, which they should have rights for animals, but these animals were killed humanely, and they don't even
Mm.
use the word kill anymore. They sacrifice.
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
you go and kill a cow, okay, whatever. If you want veal, I mean, grass fed, pretty much titty milk, and they just slit the throat. So it's like it's not
Mm.
any mental anguish as it dies. It tastes great.
Wow.
I know some older people, like my grandparents, if they'll get into an argument or whatever, and it's like grandma in the kitchen cooking. Grandpa be like, I don't want that. Why you? I don't want none of your food while you cooking. Are you mad at me? No, because all that energy
Mm-hmm.
to make me a happy place.
That's that
No,
energy. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I love it, bro. That's for real.
Yeah.
But it takes approximately 20 minutes from the time you start eating to the time that for your brain to send out the signals of fullness. So when we sitting up there just steady stuffing ourselves, 20 minutes after you done took your first bite, that'll be the time that you realize that, oh damn, I'm full. But now you done ate more than you should have ate. We got to realize our
Mm-hmm.
stomach ain't but this big, you
yeah,
know. But we done ate 2 plates of starches, 2 plates of
Mm-hmm.
protein meats, So we really need to start paying attention to how we treat ourselves. Like I was having that live about 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week or something like that. And I was talking about how self-love. A
mhm,
lot of times, oh, I love myself, but then go right down the street and get you a hamburger from Wendy's.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Sure.
And the
Putting
fact that
that
you mentioned
process
that,
right back in your body, but you love you. It doesn't make sense. It don't go together.
yeah, the fact that you mentioned that, is also a fact that you should stop eating when you feel 80% full. Like,
Right.
you don't want to just continue to eat all the food on your plate. I mean, stop eating once you're 80% full. Slow down, pay attention to your appetite. Eat little as less as you usually do. I mean, all this stuff can help
Mhm.
you. Listen to your body and assess how
Right.
you feel.
Yeah.
Just like the
Yeah.
protein shakes, like they say, yeah, add 4 scoops to this, but you need everything that can adjust to your body because everybody's different. So like you just add a little more, build up your. I mean, because you can overwhelm your tolerance. Just like with booger sugar, it was like okay, start small and enhance. So it's like okay, cool. I know my.
Yep.
Like,
Now you
I
need
know
more.
so it's like okay, you don't want to overdo
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to be up for 4 days.
it. Go to work after work and then work again. Oh no.
Yep.
But yeah, acid reflexes, man, they definitely can cause dizziness. You have too much acidic in your body, you can be feeling dizzy, you feeling fatigued. That's what a lot of people don't realize. That's the why they're feeling tired. That's why because that food is not doing what it's supposed to. Like I said, it should give you energy. But
Mm-hmm.
yet and still you got this mighty metabolical acidosis, and that's which you got too much acid in your body, and it can accelerate your heartbeat. It'll have you confused and dizzy. You'll be feeling tired. You lose your appetite at times because your body, you trying to figure out why I keep getting these headaches, and you eating all these acid foods. So we have to
Right.
start paying attention to the reasoning behind. That's why I was listening to Keys the other day, and he was telling somebody, oh, he was on Sway, and he was saying that what he does when something's not going right in his life, he studies it. He doesn't just allow it to go past and be like, it's just a headache. No,
Mm-hmm.
study all of the reasonings that you keep getting the same headache in the same position. Start studying that. Don't say, oh, I just get them all the time. Don't accept the headache. That's basically what he's saying. Don't accept the things that happen to you in life. Start to do the research on it. Research, why do I have to scroll on social media for 20 minutes every day?
Mm-hmm.
Find out the reasoning behind that. Start paying attention to why do I like this food all the time? Look at the ingredients, see what is in it, see how it does, and see what it does to your body. We have a phone, so we can really start paying attention to these things that we're having these thoughts about, you know.
Right.
So that's some more stuff, man. We hoping this helps somebody. We're hoping to reach somebody. You know, we see y'all. I see y'all coming in and out, but
Mm-hmm.
just really want y'all to realize that we giving this information so that we can see y'all in a healthier space. You know.
For real.
Yes.
Hey, all right, I told y'all about the acidic foods. Now let's talk
Yeah.
about the alkaline. See, these are foods that promote the alkaline or promote a healthy state in your body. So you got your fruits, like your bananas, your melons, apples, oranges, lemons. But it says despite these being acidic, they have an alkalizing effect on the body. Then you have your vegetables, your spinach, kale, cucumbers, broccoli, avocados, or your nuts and seeds like almonds, flax seeds, chia seeds, and herbal teas. So, why does it matter? Consuming more alkaline foods can reduce inflammation, improve your energy, and aid in your digestion. An acidic diet, especially those high in processed foods, may contribute to conditions like acid reflux, fatigue, and inflammation, which all three of us have said now. So, and the thing is, as I was doing the research, like I started going into things a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, so what does pH mean? pH actually means the potential of hydrogen. Hydrogen or the power of hydrogen, it can also be. And hydrogen is actually the lightest element in the universe. It's the most abundant and the lightest. It's at 75% of matter in the universe, including our body. It's a
Mm.
chemical symbol of capital H, right? Atomic
Yeah.
number of one consists of one proton and one electron, no
Mm.
neutrons in it. And it's the
Mm.
simplest element. Now, most of us, we know what H2O is: hydrogen, two hydrogen atoms, and an oxygen atom. So,
Mm.
this is one of the things about it. And let's see, what else did I have here? When it turns, it's odorless and colorless. At room temperature, hydrogen turns into a gas, but it's also highly flammable. Hydrogen can be used to create natural clean energy, and the only product from hydrogen is water. That's the only byproduct that it produces is water. So it's essential for life. So it's found in water and all biological molecules, including DNA and proteins. It's a key element in chemistry, physics, and energy production, and plays a vital role in the universe and our everyday life.
So,
So
Mike, hold on. I don't mean to cut your wisdom. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but you said it can produce gas and water?
no. At room temperature, hydrogen becomes a gas. It's like when
So
water
that,
evaporates, it turns into air.
right.
Air is considered gas or ether. So that's what I'm
So,
saying.
but
Not
that's what
that
I'm
it
saying.
creates it.
Right. But
Hmm.
it is. It is both.
Right. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It
That's what
just
I'm
goes from.
talking.
It's like from one form. Like energy, it can change form, but it can't be destroyed. So it
Right.
starts out as water, but when it evaporates, it becomes air,
Turns into gas.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
gaseous state.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. That's some good stuff.
and
It's some good stuff.
yes, so
And let me say this too, y'all. When you sitting up here eating, if you rushing your food, or if you having a meal with everybody in your family or whatever, you're having a meal with your spouse, you should at least put your fork down at least 3 times throughout that meal so that you can fully chew, fully, take a bite of food, have a conversation while she's talking, you're eating, vice versa, while you're talking, she's eating, so that way those meals will last longer, but at the same time, you will start eating less.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? So if you put that fork down 3 times within that meal, you'll find yourself realizing that you're fuller faster, but you've eaten less.
hmm
And then, like right now, I'm on these mushrooms. I've been doing a lot of the lion's mane. I've been doing a lot of those. No portobellos, but I'm trying to think. It's a bunch. It comes in a assorted mushroom pack, but I can't remember all of the names of it. But it's been very energized. I don't need a lot of sleep. That's what's been crazy, bro. That's been very helpful because I get like 4 or 5 hours worth of sleep, and I wake up and I'm working hard all day. I'm focused. I don't have no. It's like right now I'm drinking soursop tea. At
mm,
nighttime, I'm trying to stop the meals after 7. I don't want to eat anything after 7. But if I drink the teas, I got soursop tea. I got this other tea that cleanses the kidneys, and I got some more teas up there. But I've been doing a lot of teas, and it's been really helping me with my energy level. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we need to start looking into more and more as well. Drinking teas at night, drink tea
right.
in the morning. Before you go anywhere, don't drink coffee. Drink the teas. Green tea in the morning, and then I drink soursop tea at night, so that it'll
Okay.
work. Be in my system and working while I'm sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and also another thing too. Breathe. I've been doing a lot of breathing
All right.
exercises, y'all. It's like breathing exercises. It helps digest the food. So you breathing in between your meals. I mean, in between when you stop eating, like I say, when you take a bite of food, put the fork down, eat the food, take a breath,
Breathe.
breathe in, take deep breaths so that that food can digest better. So you don't have that acidic feeling. You don't have that acid feeling. You don't have the reflux. So we can, easily digest our food, and we can keep our system flushing, because a lot of times we get constipated, and you're trying to figure out, why am I constipated? Because you
hmm
haven't let that food fully digest. You haven't let that food fully break down. So if it can't fully break down, it means it's going to get small intestine is going to get clogged up. It's going to back up that small intestine.
Like corn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people just
Right.
eat, and it's like You look at your stool like corn. Like, yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
chew.
Mm-hmm.
You done took
Didn't
2
chew it.
bites and that's all you took.
Yeah. And I mean, hydrogen peroxide, it does a lot. It's excellent with like, removing blood. Cause
Mm.
got some blood on the couch somewhere. Oh my gosh, go get some water. So I was like, water's not really gonna do anything. You got some peroxide? Yeah. Okay. Well, how does it? How do you know about this? I'm like, I'm not a killer, but I know when you put hydrogen peroxide on top of blood,
Don't push me. I
for
ain't no
real,
killer, but
Right?
don't push me.
hydrogen peroxide on like the chemical reaction, it it removes the water molecule. So that's why I start bubbling, and I mean the stain come right up. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and what to Mike was saying too, oxygen is often ignored, but is the key nutrient that actually speeds up your metabolism.
yeah,
Yeah. And then
You
too, a
know,
lot of
so
that when people eat it, when you're not chewing your food, like what you were saying, keep about taking your time chewing your food. A lot of it, people they're eating so fast that they take a couple of bites or they chewing, pop, pop, and then swallow.
yeah,
So you
right.
got big lumps of food going into your stomach, and
Mhm.
it's harder to digest. The more you chew
Yeah.
your food, the easier it is to digest, and you feel full
Mhm.
quicker.
yeah,
So yeah,
Yeah, when you breathe more, you burn more. So
yeah,
that's something that's something that can help you out too. A lot of people don't realize that these foods that they're feeding us right now that's in these stores are not good for us
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
You got meat that's been on the shelf for they all they do is if it stays out there for too long, they go back, put some more of that blood on it, repackage it, and send it back out. So
yeah.
you're
Yep.
not getting fresh meat as you think that
Change the
you are.
sell by date.
Change the shelf
Yep.
date. That's all they doing.
And they have it
That's
under
it.
red light to make it look like it's fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a paint that they put like they airbrush it to make it look like it's fresh. I'm like, bro, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's legal. But yeah, because the government allows you to have up to whatever percentage of whatever in the food, even if it's a chemical, as long as you don't die from it.
Right. Or as long as enough people don't die from it.
Oh yeah.
When it's too
Man.
many and the lawsuits come,
Hmm.
that's when
Yeah.
they start changing it. But another thing that took a look at was processed foods
Mm.
because processed food cause acidity. Acidity. Damn, can hardly even say it.
Yeah.
And so, when I'm thinking about processed food, a lot of time you think about donuts, stuff like this. But I broke it
Mm.
down. There's actually four different levels of processed foods. And actually, processed foods are foods that have been altered from their natural state through methods like freezing, canning, baking, drying, or adding preservatives and artificial ingredients. Now, this process can range from minimal, which would be like a frozen vegetables, to highly processed, which are sugary cereals or fast foods. Now,
Mm.
the four types you got minimally processed, so they retain most of their nutrients and in a natural state. So that would be your pre-cut vegetables, frozen fruits, or roasted nuts. Then you
Mm.
have processed ingredients. So these are the ingredients used in cooking but are not eaten alone, such as flour, sugar, salt, and oils. Then you have moderately processed, and these have added ingredients for taste, texture, and preservation, and that could be canned beans, your cheese, or store-bought bread.
Hmm.
And actually, with store-bought bread, I bought bread recently, which I haven't eaten bread in a few weeks now, but I bought some bread at a Walmart. The bread, I remember back when I was young, after about a week, it's already molding. This same loaf of bread was sitting on top of the refrigerator for like 3 weeks. Still look the
Ain't no
same.
more.
I'm like, nah, ain't no way in hell. So I cut back on that completely. And then and the last level of process is highly processed or ultra processed. And that contain artificial additives, preservatives, high sugar, and unhealthy fats. So that would be your fast food, your chips, soda, candy, or even instant noodles.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
you
So
them noodles are full of sodium, man. You don't want to eat them noodles.
yeah,
That's too much sodium.
that
yep,
experiment with McDonald's food, they took a McDonald's burger, put it in a
Right.
shoebox for like a couple of years. Went back to it, the burger was still the same, the fries were still the same, no mold, no nothing. Like, this,
Nothing.
wow,
this is what y'all feeding people, huh? All right.
Yeah, man. Food don't
yeah,
decay. That's a problem.
Nah, it's like
That's
that
nah.
a
that don't burn
problem.
or don't melt.
But your body does. You got to get in there. Your body is decaying around it.
Yeah.
So then it says, why avoid highly processed foods? So they're high in sugar, sodium, unhealthy fats, and linked to obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. They're low in fiber and nutrients, can lead to poor digestion and deficiencies, and they contain artificial chemicals and preservatives and may negatively impact long-term health. So we have healthier alternatives, which would be swapping sugary cereals for oatmeal or homemade granola. Replace soda with infused water or herbal teas, or choose fresh or frozen whole foods instead of prepackaged meals. So these are some ways to get around this processed food because our foods, it's like the majority of them are highly processed, it seems, and the rest still ain't no good for you.
Yeah, the thing about also too when we have to realize that intestinal we have this intestinal villa in our small intestine, and it's like little loops in the inside of the intestines. Their primary job is to absorb them nutrients. So
Hmm.
once you get that and you're not getting that oxygen in there, that oxygen is what's making that blood get that blood to pumping so you can have that food absorb. I mean, absorbing the bad and putting the nutrients into the good. So you can always feel yourself, you know, feeling lighter. You're not heavy. A lot of time we eat a meal and we feel because it's not giving us that energy, that oxygen. It's not giving us that, it's not speeding up, it's slowing us down, basically.
Right,
So if the metabolism slows down, you're not getting the oxygen to the blood fast enough so that you can break that food down faster. It don't burn as fast.
right.
So we have to really start paying attention to our bodies, y'all. Like I say, we can fix a car, we can fix our hair, but we don't even know how or why I'm tired. You don't know why. Instead of saying that you're tired, start asking yourself, why am I tired? Or
Hmm.
why am I always brain fog? Why my brain is foggy? What causes brain fog? What causes tiredness in the body? Asking yourself these questions will have you in a better state of knowing. You'll become more aware of what you're going to put in your body. Pay attention to the colors on your plate. If you don't have no color on
Hmm.
your plate, you got the wrong plate. Beans and rice is not colors. That is not
Right,
what you should be eating. You should be looking at greens and yellows and oranges, and those type of things should be on your plate instead of all of that brown. If you got more brown than greens on your plate, you're gonna have constipation.
hmm,
And if
Yeah.
you don't take your time in between each bite, you're gonna have constipation. So we're trying to help you guys with your digestive system. We're trying to help you with your
yes,
metabolism, trying to help you with the thyroids and all of this stuff that you're getting because you're eating unhealthy. Oh, I go to the gym every day, but then before you went to the gym, you ate 4 bowls of oatmeal. You didn't even let it digest. You didn't, and
right,
then after the workout, you ain't got some more food.
Mm-hmm.
Know your blood type so that you can digest, so you'll know what to put in your body as well. If you don't know your
right,
blood type and what goes with that blood type, you'll be sitting around here like, damn, man, I can't lose weight, I can't gain weight, I can't do nothing. Me, I can go to the gym for 2 weeks and you see the definition. You'll see, be like, damn, bro, you been working out? Go in that thing because I'm gonna put the right foods in my. Like people don't realize avocado build muscle, alfalfa sprouts build muscles. Cucumbers gives you that oxygen, gives you that water that you need. That watermelon gives you that water that you need. Those are the two highest fruits with the most water in them.
Yeah.
Our bodies are 80% water anyway, so we need that. Putting that in our body is going to give us the H320 that we're looking for, that we should be having, instead of the H2O. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm drinking a lot of water, but you're not drinking the H320. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that'll make a difference in your diet. That'll make a difference in your livid. I ain't gonna call it a diet. I'm gonna call it a livid.
Right.
So we have to pay attention to that, so we can all have a better lifestyle, a better energized lifestyle, and not feel like we're not accomplishing anything. Because you see people, they be doing this, they change their regimen of eating for 2 months. No, this ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
Mindset is another thing too, y'all. If we don't have the right mindset,
True.
that's why I tell people all the time, bro. I don't really care about the money. I care about money, but money's gonna come because I do a great job at what I do. It's always gonna follow me. But at the same time, if I don't program my mind, I will be a fool with a lot of money, and that money will go straight back out the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Because what they said, self-preservation is the first law of nature, but a fool and his money will soon be departed.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we really have to pay attention to what's going in our bodies, not just the food wise, but mentally. What are we digesting mentally? What kind of foods are we putting in our mind so that we can put the right foods in our mouth, so we can have the right metabolism lifestyle. We have a high metabolism lifestyle, so we can burn this food down faster.
Yeah.
I got one more thing right here. It's called when the blood lacks oxygen for the villi to pick up, nutrients absorption is decreased. But when the blood has plenty of oxygen, nutrient absorption is increased. And so does the metabolism. So when we sitting around not understanding, taking a breath in between between bites of food, chewing your food fully, like Mike said, chew the food fully, and get it out, get it all the way down, let it go down before you put the next bite in your mouth. 20 minutes, it takes 20 minutes. When you take your bite of food, it takes 20 minutes for your stomach and brain to connect, to say, oh man, you're full.
Yeah.
So we have to pay attention to these type of things, y'all.
When you see people
Go ahead, bro.
Now I was about to say, like, when you see people eating food and they chewing, and you could tell they didn't even swallow, but it's like they still they sticking at the bottom.
They just inhaled it.
Your food.
Yep.
Well,
I'm guilty. My girl will tell me in a minute, boy, did you inhale that? You ain't even chew. Hey man, I was hungry today. Let me get that.
yeah.
Been there, done that myself. Yep.
Yeah, man. And oftentimes we don't realize that we have to clear the clutter. This was the main part of us in health and life coaching. You have to clear the clutter. Clearing the clutter means you take time to reflect at the end of the day, to digest what was good in your day and what was bad in your day. If you don't have nothing else to do, take notes on what did I do good today? Who did I influence today in a positive way? What did I do today that was influential? What kind of value did I bring today? These are questions you ask yourself at the end of the day so that you go to sleep. You done got rid of all the negative and you focus more on the positive. And that way, once you go to sleep, you're not bringing bad energy to the bedroom and you're not having nightmares. You're not tossing and turning throughout the night because you're trying to figure out, you still sitting up there thinking about the argument you had in the break room. Or you still looking at that coworker upside their head while you're at home. You still mad at that coworker because you're like, wow, that bitch just got me fucked up. Like, whoa, did that happen this morning and you still holding on to that? So when you eat your food and you're still holding on to that negative energy, now your food is going down in a negative manner. Now it's just not digesting properly. And you're trying to figure out why. Because your thoughts control everything in your body, man. We have to pay attention to these type of things that's going on around us. We really thinking that, I mean, some people don't think, and some people just don't believe in anything that's about thoughts. You know, we don't know. I don't know everybody's position, but you have to really pay attention to the thoughts that you bring into your head or that you allow into your space, because that will determine if you're going to have stress tomorrow, if you're going to have a backache tomorrow, if you're going to sleep well, if your feet going to hurt, if the nervous system. We don't eat enough berries. I got blueberries. I put blueberries on pancakes, blueberries. I don't eat eggs, but you know, blueberries go. I just sit around and pop some blueberries every now and then.
Yeah.
But I do, you know, I do love my berries. I eat raspberries, the blackberries. I love berries. You know what I'm saying? But that's because I got neuropathy in my feet. So I have to eat these berries so I can get this neuropathy out of my bad boy. These bad boys be tingling sometimes. When I can tell the difference too, when I don't eat the berries, I can tell that, man, these mother go to spiking up, feel like icicles in my toes, and feel like some nigga picking at my feet. It's like, hey, I gotta look down sometimes. Like, oh, man, what is going on?
Wow.
Potatoes. I mean, if I'm
But
not eating potatoes, I'm drinking it because I love
yeah,
vodka. But
yeah,
oh,
yeah, man, it's a trip
You're
how
not eating
we.
and you're drinking it.
Yeah, we don't even realize though, you know, but that's because we don't pay attention though. You know, a
True.
lot of times we go through life just life and we ain't paying attention to anything.
right.
That's the
Yeah.
crazy part. Yeah.
But you know, it all comes
Say
back
believe.
around.
Yeah. They say beliefs give us a sense of security. Some beliefs are so ingrained internally that we no longer have to remember to believe them.
Hmm.
So that's where we have to unlearn a lot of our things, unlearning how we grew up eating, unlearning how we see things out of life. You know what I'm saying? So once we start changing that thought process of, no, I don't want to think about that today. Catch them negative thoughts. Don't just let
Yep.
that shit fly.
Push them on.
You know what I'm saying? Be the gatekeeper of your thoughts. Be the gatekeeper of your mouth. You know, don't be the gatekeeper of the great information. That's why we're not gatekeeping right now. We're giving it to y'all so y'all can really, you know, I'm not a professor, but I did my homework.
Hmm.
I
Right.
went to the health and life coaching class. I'm a health and life coach. I graduated from health and life coaching class. I did that. And I study these type of things on a daily basis. I'm not just speaking about it just because it's a show. I'm living it every single day. I watch the foods. I do the, hey, what's in this? You know, like, hey man, what's in here? You know what I'm saying? I take my time to read that box before. If they say it's vegan, I'm gonna pick up the box and I'm gonna look at the stuff that's in this vegan, because all vegan stuff ain't really healthy for you.
Glad you know.
Right.
Just because it say
Right.
vegan, it don't mean, oh yeah, grab it and go.
Yeah.
Nah. So we have to start, you know, doing our homework on what we really want to see in life in our future. You know, I tell people all the time, I try my best not to even talk about my past experiences, because that's not going to help me get to my future unless I'm taking positive things from my past and creating the future that I want to see. But if I'm not taking nothing but, oh yeah, man, we had a good time. Oh yeah, man, we was balling, we were partying. That's not going to
Mm-hmm.
help my future, especially if I want to be something different than that.
Yeah.
Right.
So all this coincides with the foods we eat, the thoughts we carry, and how we really do our day by day. I love to reflect at the end of the day. You know, I might not say it out loud, but I will sit back and be like, you know, okay, what did I do good today? Or on my ride home, I might be like, you know, what did I do good today? Just turn the radio off and ride in silence sometimes. People think because the radio is in your car, you have to listen to it. You don't have to turn that shit on. You don't have to put the
Right.
radio on.
The
Well, it
distraction.
was already on. Huh?
I said to me, like, you need this silence. Like, I come up with some of
Yeah.
my ideas, like when I'm taking a shower. Just
Mm-hmm.
like it's just you. It's like you hear you. I mean, taking a
Yeah.
ride
Yeah,
home,
man.
not listening to nothing. It's like you hear your thoughts. You actually hear yourself.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of times we talk negative to ourselves, and it's like, why you gonna talk down on you? Why talk bad to you?
Yeah, but the thing is,
Oh man, I ain't
if you was to talk to your employee how you talk to yourself, you would have been
right.
gone.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
you need to respect yourself just like you respect others. Because I know sometimes I'll get pissed off and I'll do all kind of cussing. But it's like if I was to say I'll take that frustration out on them, it's like, well, why don't you talk to yourself like you talk to your employees? So,
Yeah. Say when you start to pay attention, you might begin to notice how our beliefs create our experience and how our experience confirms our belief.
yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? So we really start having to do these self practices or self routines to where you change your eating habits. Say, so we're not telling you stop cold turkey. If you like meat, eat the meat, but at the same time, put more vegetables with the meat. So the vegetables, so the green vegetables, lentils, lima beans, um, spinach, broccoli, whatever you have, you can do two greens with the one meat. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah,
But you can do two greens, squash, and then a meat. You know, so it's like we have to really start changing these plates around so that the plate can be colorful, more colorful with less meat.
Right.
Um, yeah. So it's like when you start to pay attention, you might begin to notice how beliefs create that. Though that was something and this reassures our belief is all right or not.
and
So
you
we
know,
gotta,
get hamburgers because a hamburger has mayo, lettuce, tomato, pickle. That thin ass piece of lettuce. Like, bro, that
yeah,
that is not a salad. Like, stop.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And that's for real. And that's for real. Unlearn the past, man. I'm
Mhm.
telling you, let it go for real. T.
Yep.
Jones, what's happening? Yeah, that's what we got to do, man. We got to do it. Our experience is evidence of what we believe or what we honor, and we hold it dear to our hearts because we feel like that's gospel.
Mhm.
And you have to realize that it worked for you back then. How does it work for you right now? How is it still going to
Right.
make you get to the next level? Because we have to realize a lot of people are in our life only for a season to teach us something, to show us something that we keep on facing. And once you keep facing the same things, you keep facing the same obstacles, that's because you haven't learned. You haven't learned anything from it.
Right.
Every
Right.
interaction you going through life, you should always say, wait, what value did I get out of that today? What was the experience of that today? What did I learn from that today? How much value did that bring? I just keep asking myself these questions. What is that going to do for me? Is that helping me grow? If I got to always teach somebody something and they're not learning from what I'm teaching, I quit teaching because you're not
Right.
trying to learn. You just want to hear me talk.
Hmm.
And I don't want to just be talking just because to be talking. I'm not off into talking. I want you to learn it, take it, apply it to your life so you can say,
Hmm.
well, say, man, remember what you told me? Okay, I got this. And then you went and did the research. Now you giving me some game. I'm like, oh, I didn't even go that far with it. But yeah, just like with Mike doing. Mike used to just read the definition and that was it. Now Mike breaking the
Yeah.
definition down. We up here. I'm
Yeah.
in school when he talking now. I'm in shit. Get my pen. What my note taking shit? Let me get some note. What you said again, Mike? It's gas and yeah. I like that because see that's how we feed off of each other. That's how we bounce ideas off
Right.
each other. That's how we learn from each other.
Yeah, because
So
I'll
if we
show
sitting up there
Dr.
steady,
Mike.
go ahead.
I said I'll show gonna start calling him Dr. Mike.
Yeah, you hear what I'm
Oh.
saying? Yeah, he gonna change his name.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gonna have you change your
Step
name every
up from
week, Mike.
uncle.
Uncle Mike. Be like CB Junior.
Oh no. Oh man. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, bro. That's something, man. It's something that we can really start doing because if you change your beliefs, man, you can change this outcome that you're having. Just don't hold on
Yeah.
to them beliefs too long if they're not giving you power, if they're not conducive to your growth. So we have to really, in order to change your beliefs, we begin by understanding where beliefs come from. Your beliefs come from something called your programming. Y'all remember that, right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Unlearn that programming. That's why they call it a TV show. That's why they call it Tell a Vision.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's a TV. And they turn on the program. They give you the program that they want you to see every day. They give you 1 million channels so you can look at any programming that we want y'all to have.
And exactly what they want you to see, because if you watch the Super Bowl, like during halftime, yeah, Kendrick performed. Everything looked great, but they didn't show the part when the guys jumped off stage and started running with the flag, talking about free such and such.
Palestine, Sudan and Palestine.
Yeah, and drug them off. They didn't show that.
Yeah, but see, that's what I didn't understand. Why did it have to be so many of them to get one dude?
Yeah.
That's what I don't be understanding that, man. It don't take 10 of y'all to grab one person, man.
Yeah, they're scared of one-on-one.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
They cannot come to the hood, man. It's about that one-on-one fight.
So like they don't show that part on national TV.
Like you say,
they
not like us.
Showed you exactly what they wanted you to see.
That's real.
And they always do. That's the news that they give you. They're only going to tell you what they want you to know.
Yeah.
They'll distract you with, they'll do things behind the scenes while they're distracting you with something over here.
Yeah.
It's like if you're watching the left hand, you don't see what the right hand is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always like that. Always has been.
Yeah.
Now it seems like it's just more prevalent.
Yeah.
And actually we see it more because now we got our eyes open to what's going on.
Same thing with the whole collisions that's going on with the airplanes. I remember the last time a plane crashed every fucking day.
Jets, I was thinking that too.
Jets, like all in the same week. Like, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, make that make sense, man. Because they don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want it to make sense. They want it to be what it is.
Yeah, but like dealing with health, you can either I'm not saying anything's wrong with going to fast food restaurants. I mean, you can either pay for it now and just eat healthy, or you're gonna pay for it later because you eat everything now and then later on you're paying for all these doctor visits because now you got type 6 diabetes and overweight, you're chopping off the toast and everything.
Type 6.
Yeah. Oh, it gets real.
Man. So let me say the sequence of how this thing really works, y'all. So programming creates the identity, which creates the beliefs, which creates the decision, which creates your actions, behaviors, which gives you that result. So if you don't start controlling that beginning, the programming, if you don't start controlling the programming, what goes inside of you, you will start just eating junk food. You'll start eating anything because I got a taste for this. I got a taste for that. Change the programming so we can have y'all in a healthier state, man. So we can keep y'all identity on the fact of he's a healthy guy. He's a guy who wants to learn the truth. He's a guy who wants to remain in a truth-seeking state. Because once that food clogs you and gives you that foggy brain, now you still stuck in the same old realm of thinking. You still keeping them same beliefs. You still keep the same behaviors. Your habits are not going to change. Your decision making is going to stay the same because you staying on that same routine of food.
Yep.
You keep that. You cannot digest this stuff, man. It's all about programming, y'all.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. The more change someone needs, the less they handle. Man, these were some good notes I had wrote back in the day.
Every once in a while, it's good to go back and read over them old notes.
Boy, I do. Hey, that's what I've been doing, though. That's what I've been doing because I've been trying to maintain this, like not eating the meat. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to maintain it, and I've always went back to the notes to keep that into my forefront, so I can be like, you know what, man? I was programmed when I was doing this work for the 6 months or 8 months I was doing it. And I was really off into it. You know what I'm saying? I was working out. I was walking, running every day, doing my push-ups, my pull-ups, my squats. And, but that's something we got to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, it's been a great show. And Everything has been wonderful because we really want to see y'all. We really want to help y'all change, or we really want to help y'all grow into the best version of yourself. So that's why we do this program every day. I mean, every Wednesday at 8:30. Self-development basically is just you reflecting on what you did today. Every day, reflect on what you did that day. How much value did it bring? Understanding what your triggers are, what makes you mad. How do you respond or don't respond to when somebody tries to make you mad? These are all
Right.
things that will help you in your future and get you to a more calm or a more peaceful place. People be talking about be his peace. He should be his peace. She should be her own peace. I can't be peace. I can't give. That's like trying to tell me I'm gonna make somebody happy. Can't make them happy. They got to make themselves happy.
Yeah.
So
Right.
the information is to help y'all guide y'all into a direction of peace and happiness within yourself. So whatever you
Right.
do with that, you do it. All right, Mike, what you got on the go out?
Wow. I think we all need to pay more attention to what's going on, not just around us, but within us. Start watching the foods that you're eating, watching the things that you just paying attention to everything that's going on and try to change for the better. 'Cause I know I want to be like Mustard before this year is out. I want to be able to take my shirt off on the beach. So
Yes, sir.
that's what I got. What you got, Mustard?
I'm gonna say a
Wait a
fit
minute, let me grab my pen. Let me grab my pen. I know it's going to be profound.
in the book of mustard. Nah, great conversation as always. But I want to say a fit and healthy body is the best fashion statement, and what you eat today
Hmm.
determines your health tomorrow.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this one. It says if you try to affect too much change all at once, the critter brain signals red alert because it will feel like that you are trying to change your identity. Their sense of self or is about to be annihilated. So don't try to change all at once. Like I said, you can just add an apple to your day, each week. Okay, add two fruits. Take one meal away. If you're eating 3 meals, take one meal away and just eat 2 meals. And then replace that other third meal with fruit. And then as you keep growing, take away 2 meals and just eat one meal in the middle of the day.
You're right.
And then hopefully y'all, hopefully we can see a change in y'all's living, the way y'all live. But man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. I've seen a lot of numbers going up and down, but it's been great. We'll hopefully y'all can get something positive out of this information that we was given tonight, and change their diet, man, and change that live it. However you want to look at it, just basically reprogram yourself to do something better in life, do something better for yourself. Because if you really love yourself, you'll pay attention to what you're putting into your body, not just the foods. It's the conversations that you're having, the
And
thoughts that you keep on creating. Don't talk bad to yourself because talking down to yourself will keep you in a depressed state.
mhm.
Yeah. What you saying, Mustard?
I was about to say I totally agree with that because if y'all notice, like this is the longest I've had gray hair in a while because I faded black, Beijing baby. But it's like because I have changed my diet and it's like yeah, I have gray hair, but it's like it's white. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
people act like, did you can't dye your hair this color, like
Right. Exactly.
black and white like
Yeah,
that.
it don't mix in
But
like
for
that.
real,
Yeah.
but it's like
Hmm.
skin clear, looking hella young, and it's like
Mhm.
what you put in your body, like it really works.
It
Yeah.
really works, bro.
Uh,
Yeah. So y'all, next week, man, we're gonna do it again. I hope y'all have a great week and a great weekend. And for those who celebrate the Valentines, y'all gotta remember this: every day is Valentine. Don't be
Yep.
trying to spend a whole bunch of money on one day. Just create your own Valentines on a daily basis, man. Show love to your loved ones. Peace. Till the next week.
Peace.
sir.
Yes, sir.